All right, evening Transformers fans. I got the retro wheelie from Walmart here, and honestly, I really like this guy. Like, he is surprisingly fun. So, excuse me. So, first of all, we got him in his retro G1 toy colors. We got the red painted face, the white chest, really nice Autobot logo there. Got the orange legs, got the orange and yellow on the shoulders, got the gray hips. This video is completely unscripted, so I'm just kind of winging it like I always do, but oh well. All right, so the legs are a little bit thin, but I think it still kind of works. So, I mean, the legs were thin on the original toy too, but it's fine. This guy works fine. He's good. He's standard mini bot size. I'll get one of the mini bots here in a little while. There you go. It's actually a pretty fun transformation, and I really dig it. So let's talk articulation. First of all, we got universals at the shoulders. We can go up like this. We've got about 90 at the elbow. We do have a wrist swivel. We've got me coughing in the background. Sorry about that. The head is on a ball joint, but of course it's a little limited by the stock, but he can look up, a little bit down, not really tilt a little. Can look side to side. Like I said, it is on a ball joint, but it's a little hindered by the sculpt. We do come with the little slingshot, which is like his signature weapon. And of course, the arms go out like this, so that's always nice. Got the legs going here, here, here. We got upper thigh swivel, we got knee, we got waist swivel, and we've got a tiny ankle rocker. Ankle rocker could be a little bit better, but it'll get you what you need, so it's fine. And I guess because of transformation, we can kind of count toe tilt down. So decent articulation, good size, pretty fun. The wrist swivel is an added bonus, so that's pretty cool, but that actually has to do with transformation too. So speaking of which, since we've seen him, why don't we go ahead and get into the transformation. So what we're going to do is set the slingshot off to the side. You're going to want to rotate these arms like so. And then you're going to want to rotate the wrist around like this. All right, and then we're going to do the toe tilt down like that. We're going to move the legs like this, and we're just going to leave them like this. I mean, you can see that they tab together, but we're just going to leave them like this for now. It'll be easier for later. So we'll bring this all the way around like so. And the legs are going to be the front of the car. This one's not going. Why is that not going? Oh, so the feet have to be all the way up. Make sure you get the feet all the way up, and then it'll come down like that. All right, so here's where the transformation gets a little involved. Not too much, but a little. So we first open up these side panels. Then we open up like this. Now when you're bringing them back down, and I'll talk about it when we're transforming back into robot mode, these two tabs will tab into the back like so. And it can be a little painful or a little bit of a pain to get that to line up, but it's fine. So we'll do like this. We'll open the back piece up here, and this is really stiff when you first get it. So just gently ease it and it will give way, but it's really stiff. It feels like you're going to break it, but it's fine. And as you can see, I'm opening this up right here. So this is going to come around. You should be looking like this right now. This is going to come around and fold down over the head. Then this piece is going to fold down over that. So we should be looking something like this right now. Then we're going to come down to this piece. And then we're going to open this up. And I actually recommend opening this up, getting that piece first, because this piece is on a very loose hinge and it could pop off if you put too much force into it. So it goes up like that. All right. So there we go. And as you can guess, we're going to not do that. We're going to bend the legs all the way up like this to where that crotch piece goes in that hole there. Hopefully you saw that. See what I'm talking about? Right there where my thumb is. And then we're going to... Okay, so this is something I need to talk about. The shoulders are on this hinge that kind of rocks back. So it's going to start out like that. You need to rock the hinge all the way back like so. And then you'll move it. Actually leave the arms for last. So is it the opposite? I think it's the opposite. So we need to rock them forward. And that will put our arms... Okay, so the hinge is going to start there. We need to rock it forward to get the arms to go where they need to go. And then these little gray panels will plug into the top of the fists. And it helps if you have the fist tilted the right way. So he should be looking like this weirdness. And then of course all you do is just bring the legs down and they should fold up like this into Wheelie's little space car thing. It's a car, it's a futuristic car, I'm not actually sure what it's called, but hey, whatever. It's fine. It's Transformers, they can be whatever. Let's test out how he rolls. Hey, he rolls pretty well. Pretty nice. Everything goes relatively smoothly together. I don't think I have... No, I don't have that arm properly aligned. Okay. So right there. Let's get that. Okay. Now that that arm is more properly aligned, he looks better. So, yeah. There's a little tab about right here that the arm has to peg into. It can be a little iffy. It's fine. It's not hard or anything, but it can just kind of, I need to get the location right. You know, standard stuff. There we go. In case you're wondering about weapon storage, you take that little slot there, you take that little tab there, and you do this. And now he's got the weapon storage. And it kind of looks like he has a cannon on the front of his car, which I'm actually for. So we've got the car mode there, very reminiscent of the G1 toy. I like that a lot, actually. Very cool. Got the little wheels. You do have the little visible pins, but I mean, it's fine. We've got a 5mm port right there in case you want to plug some weapons or anything onto it. It's really the only one I see. 5mm on the hands, and he does have 5mm ports on the bottom of the feet. But other than that, there's Wheelie in car mode. Alright, so let's go back to robot mode. So of course, first thing we want to do, bring those legs down, untab the wrists and arms, and there's that tab I'm talking about right there. So right there, and you got a little bitty slot right there, and you move it together like that, and then peg the tab that's on this into that, or the tab that's on this into the slot that's on that. My bad. Moving on. So let's do this. All right, so let's get this out of the way. Let's go ahead and get that. I like to do it this way, and that will actually go like this. Okay. Then our arms, we want to go ahead, rock them all the way back. We want to open this guy up. We're going to bring that hinge down. To where it's like this. Then we're going to bring all this stuff. Where are we here? Dang it. All right, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's a very thin hinge. I kind of wish it was pinned on. That's annoying. I did it. It's my fault, but I mean, it shows you what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to do this and then put him back into car mode and then try it again. So like that. So it goes on fairly easy. That one's the one that's like really tough. And then that'll fold in, yeah, fold in that slot right there. That hinge is really tight, well, tight-ish. And then this hinge, as you saw, it's on just like a loose pressure thing. So you can have that pop-off problem if you're doing like I do and messing around with it the wrong way. But that's kind of on me, so just something to keep in mind. Let's open up the back part here so we can scrunch this down like so. And we'll close that back up. And then there's the part where I'm talking about, where you bring it down and you gotta align these two tabs to go into those two slots, which can be a little cumbersome, was the word I was looking for a minute ago. Right there. And then these are supposed to tab over to help keep the waist in line. I don't know what just fell. That's fine. Like so. It doesn't work completely well, but it's fine. It works well enough. All right, so you spin the arms around, spin the wrists around. That's not what you're supposed to do. There you go. Like so. Then we'll bring these like that. Toe like this. Spin it around like so. Toe up. Spin this around, spin that around. And his Wheelie back in his robot form, he should be. Yeah, so he's back in his robot form. Let's spin that wrist around. I know I was forgetting something. Let's put that right there. All right, so give me just 1 second. I'm gonna go grab some mini bots and it'll be instantaneous for you, but give me a few seconds. All right, so we got Bumper, or Studio Series Bumblebee, because it's the same mold essentially. We've got the retro Sea Spray, so you can see that Sea Spray is a little bit taller than he is. And then we've got my custom Outback. This is my custom Age of the Primes Outback. This is not the actual official one. This is one that I made, but the actual official one's pretty much his wave mate, I guess, so these would be the kind of retro Walmart mini bots. So there you go. There's his size. He's a little bit taller than the Studio Series Bumblebee. He's pretty standard mini bot, the new mini bot size, so that's pretty good. But the transformation's pretty fun, honestly. I figured it out myself, didn't read any of the instructions, so it's not too difficult. It's one of those, it's like, it's involved, but not annoyingly so. There's a little bit on the chest, and he's fun to transform back and forth. That one, if I had to wager some criticisms toward him, it would be that front hood part that popped off on me. That hinge is just a little, it's loose. It's a little weird about how it's supposed to go in and out. So that's probably my only criticism. I have a feeling they're going to release possibly a studio series of this guy in the more like movie colors. And honestly, I'm for it because this is a fun mold. I like it a lot. It's got that good sturdy plastic feeling. Like the plastic is, I don't want to say thin, but like not super dense. Like he weighs a pretty good bit, you know, and it's not super dense. It's got, I mean, you can see right there, like that's not super thin. That's a pretty decent size. That's at least, we'll say 2 millimeters, you know, and 2 millimeters being, well, maybe more than 2 millimeters, but you get the idea. Like that's a pretty thick plastic right there. So he's good, he's solid, he's sturdy, the joints feel good, nothing's really loose on him. It's just that one front hood hinge, and it's really just, once you know what you're doing with that, it won't be an issue, but it can be an issue, so I have to point it out. But he is pretty fun, and I absolutely recommend this guy. Go to your Walmarts, pick this dude up. He's super fun, and I strongly recommend. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.